Prime rib, one of the most traditional, famous, and celebrated cuts of beef on the planet. And across the country, the recipe almost never changes, which means the flavor can get pretty predictable and boring. But today, we're doing the opposite. We asked two chefs to show us how they reinvent the prime rib in ways you've never seen. One chef takes it in a bold American direction, and the other, a Michelin-starred chef bringing a mind-blowing Asian twist. Two chefs, two cultures, two versions that break every rule. And at the end, you tell us in the comments, which prime rib would you rather try? This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hi, my name is Wolfgang Berg. I'm the chef here at Hotel Rix, and I'm going to show you how to make prime rib with an American twist. First, we clean it.
What's the key when you're trimming the prime rib?
This cut is one of my favorite cuts because of all the marbling that you have in there and the fat content. You want to just take out the outside layer. So don't take all the fat off because that's really what gives it the flavor. And then when we get the ribeyes, we get also all the bones with it and we make the jus from that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's about it. Look on the bottom.
So you want to save all your scraps? That's
save all the
jus?
scraps, yeah. Roast them in the oven with some vegetables and then you can cook it down and you can make the sauce from it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's about it.
So how long in the dryer for, chef?
At least 7 days.
7 days?
Yeah.
You said you've been cooking for 30 years. If you had a message for all the young chefs out there, what would you say?
Don't give up. It's very hard. Stay focused, work on your discipline, watch and listen, and then you will find your own way and your own path.
All right, now we have a dry-aged ribeye.
You can also do this in your refrigerator. So all you do is you unpack the meat, put it on a rack, keep it in your refrigerator. Don't cover it up with anything, and it will dry out.
Got it, okay.
Now we're getting ready to make the marinade.
Okay, now we dress it up.
That's the secret. So you can do this in a Vitamix or in a mixing bowl.
Right.
You can do it by hand. So this is roasted garlic. We use grapeseed oil, which has no flavor and has a high heat content. And then we basically immerse the garlic in it and slow cook it in the oven. You cover it up, 350, 25 to 30 minutes.
Got
you can keep it in the refrigerator for a long time. So if you really look at classic flavor in Europe, we use garlic, herbs, mustard, a little bit of honey. That's the traditional way. So we beefed it up a little bit here. We have Worcester, good old American A1 steak sauce.
Is this pretty traditional?
That's not a traditional. So now we're going into the American twist. And now it comes, crazy stuff.
Mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise,
really?
yeah. And we're using specific brand that is a little bit more heavy. That really makes a big difference when you marinate your meat. It comes super moist, the flavor is amazing. All the ingredients of flavor that's staying in the mayonnaise will really then dissolve into the meat.
Wow.
And gives it a nice crust also.
So this is different. I've never seen mayonnaise being put in.
Yeah. Some kosher salt, black pepper. Very important is also when you have big pieces of meat like this.
Yes.
It needs salt.
Needs salt.
Yeah, a lot of people make the mistake and they just season it a little bit. It's never enough. You want to get the salt in there in the beginning.
Right.
You know, after the fact, it's never so great. There we go.
Wow, so chef, can you remind us what's in this marinade?
Fresh thyme, Worcester sauce, A1 steak sauce. Very important, the roasted garlic with the garlic oil, kosher salt, black pepper.
Wow, there's a lot of depth of flavor in there.
Yeah, so now I'm putting the marinade on and then it goes into the refrigerator.
How long?
36 hours. Be very generous with the marinade.
Wow, and that is a strong marinade.
Yeah.
I feel like stronger than traditional.
Oh, very much. Especially the Worcester and the A1 steak sauce really gives it a nice punch. So we wash our hands here constantly, so we do it with our hands.
Wow.
You gotta feel the ingredients. Here we go.
Look at that.
And you really
beautiful.
rub all the sides.
Coating it.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Where the bones were, really rub this in.
Nice. You are literally painting this dry-aged prime rib.
Yep.
I'm excited for this one.
I remember when we did it the first time, everybody was looking at me like I'm crazy. But then the staff ate it all.
Right. Look at that. It's beautiful.
And then we put it in the refrigerator, just like that. Don't cover it. So once you have it completely covered and marinated, then we place it in the refrigerator.
How long in the fridge for, chef?
Minimum 24 hours up to 36 hours, I recommend.
What's like the number one tip to making a great prime rib?
Selection of the ingredients.
How can I do that as a home cook?
Buy fresh meat, stay away from frozen meat. If it's grass-fed or if it's grain-fed, different texture profile, different fat content.
You think Costco is a good place for me to get a prime rib?
Personally, I think if you go to like a Wegmans or a Whole Foods, I think you will get the right piece
one.
of meat. Yeah, I would recommend if you really want to impress somebody, ask for somebody at the meat counter to speak to someone. Don't just pick something out of a shelf. You know, ask a meat guy.
It's a little tip. Did it keep like stuff in the back, like some good slices in the back?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that's a good tip right there.
36 hours later, here we go, and then it gets roasted in the oven.
Wow. How long for, chef?
1 hour, 50 minutes, internal temperature at 120.
Almost there. So, chef, what's the desired temperature with the prime rib?
I would say like 125, 128, but I'll take it out at 120. You gotta let it rest.
Got it. Oh, because the heat carries over and then it'll bring up the temp.
What you want to make sure is that all the juices stay inside. When any steak that you cook and you cut immediately, all the blood will come out. It's actually not blood anymore. It's the cooking juice.
Right.
So a lot of people are getting scared when they're like eating a medium rare piece of meat. So you gotta let it rest. One more advice.
Love that, chef. Wow, let's take a look at that meat. Jeez.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
And you see that mayonnaise crust?
That is a sexy prime rib, chef. You know, the color is so interesting. The
So
brown.
that's that steak sauce.
Oh,
mayonnaise.
the A1 sauce.
Yeah.
And then the exterior on the cross section is sort of like green almost.
That's the herbs. I would let it rest at least for like 10, 12 minutes.
Ooh, baby. Oh my God. So what is this here, chef?
So this is the sauce that we made from the trimmings of the ribeye and the bones from the ribeye.
Right.
And then we add a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, Worcester, that's it. So you have a little bit of the tanginess that you want.
Ooh, I love how thick that sauce is, chef.
Some fresh horseradish.
Horseradish.
Yeah.
Wow. So none of the sauce, this just fresh horseradish right on the prime rib.
And some sea salt.
I think we gotta dig in.
The prime rib brothers.
Thank you, chef.
Cheers.
Let's dig in.
Yep.
That is so flavorful.
You taste that tanginess?
I do. And I love the crust on the exterior. It's extremely tender. And you put just enough horseradish on top.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a really nice touch.
Great.
This is like super thick. And you know what's so interesting about some prime ribs? It's too much to chew, but this just melts in your mouth. Thank you, chef.
You got it.
You showed us the way. 10 out of 10, baby. Wow. See that? Ooh, it's dripping. Oh yeah. I approve, chef. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, before we get on with the rest of this video, I want to talk to you guys real quick about Squarespace. Because just like how prime rib is one of the best cuts of steak, your business deserves a website that's just as cutting edge. Squarespace makes building a website super easy. No coding, no stress, just drag, drop, and design. And if you create videos like I do, it's perfect for showcasing your content and building a site that actually feels like you. Statistics show that video boosts your call to action clicks by 380%. So why not use a platform that makes it simple to upload, organize, and put all your video content in your website? So if you've been thinking about building your own website, check out the link in the description below and use my link so that you can get a free trial. And then after the 14-day free trial, you can get 10% off your first purchase of a domain and website. So check out the link in the description below. Let's get back to the video.
Let me show you how to prepare the prime. So it has a really nice marbling, and then we dry it like at least 2 to 3 days. Then we start in the curing with a wet rub. First thing we have is a black garlic. This is for our rub, and have a little bit of skin, it's fine. It has a lot of tenderness and an umami flavor in it. So we're using this for our marinade ingredients.
How does it usually work for prime rib and why?
This koji makes our meat more like unique flavor. So using this black garlic also has a lot of a flavor profile, and the mustard. So we just rub it, let it sit, and then this is kind of like a curing process. It's garlic, black garlic, koji, mustard, water. Just make a puree, and then we make the paste. This one also we let it sit at least a couple of days to incorporate all the flavor. Then after 2 to 3 days, we started using it.
So before we put on the wet rub, we have to trim off the meat.
So we trim the prime rib to take the bone out.
trimmed off all the bones. So why do you do that though, chef?
Because we try to maximize the cut, and then we're gonna use this for something else. Now we marinate it, and then we're gonna try it. Get nice flavor.
All right, so we just got finished with the first step of the process. We put on a wet rub here. So overnight, we're gonna let it sit, and we're gonna put on the dry rub, and then day 3, we're gonna put it in the oven and let it actually cook.
3-day processing. It takes so much time. We need to put so much love.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. So now we're gonna make the dry rub for the second day curing process. This is our shio kombu, the Sichuan peppercorn, and this is brown sugar, black peppercorn, pink peppercorn, green central peppercorn.
Whoa, so many peppercorns.
Yeah, this is a white peppercorn.
What?
We're gonna blend it and then make a spice. It's ready to do the dry rub we just made here. We're gonna let it cure 1 more day, resting in the refrigerator. We usually put it in the dry age for overnight. Then we're gonna cook it in the oven very slowly. We're gonna make au-jus sauce for the prime rib. This is our broth from the roast bone and meat trim and a lot of herb and aromatic. And then this is the bone broth. So just using the leftover bone from the roast prime rib. Onion, red onion, garlic, and thyme, and we're gonna combine it, and then after that we're gonna clarify it like a consomme. I just wanna make the clarified stock. So we have a ground beef and then carrot and onion, almost like a equal part of milk broth and meat. This is the egg white I'm gonna add in.
What's the hardest part about being a chef?
Learning process.
Getting customers.
Yeah, customer. I'm gonna add this.
Whoa.
And then later we're gonna have a nice clarified stock. So this is 3rd day processing. We after the dry cure. Now it's time to cook it in the oven. After 10 hours cooking, now we're gonna cook this meat out and we're gonna sear it.
So to sear it, you need to have smoking hot beef fat.
Yeah.
Wow, that is sick.
And now I'm gonna put this in this oven. Just 2 minutes each. Just get the nice crust. That's it. And then put over. We're gonna keep them in the oven just for the holding. And then we're done.
Chef, how many times do you burn your hands every night?
Every night.
That is sexy prime rib.
This is our final au-jus sauce. You can smell it.
It looks so dense in flavor, but also very clean.
Yeah. Tell me what you think.
Au-jus jello.
Yeah, au-jus jelly. Jello.
Oh wow. So many layers of flavor, but it's also not too much. Not overwhelming. Oh my god.
Is the beauty of the prime rib. The regular prime rib has a gray part, but this one, it doesn't have the gray part. It's evenly cooked all the way through.
All right, we have our prime rib here.
Yeah, finally we have a prime rib here.
Beautiful.
And this is au-jus.
Look at this, perfectly cooked, crust on the outside. Can't ask for a better prime rib. Let's dig in, chef.
Yeah.
Whoa, the flavor is so deep within the meat. A lot of times prime rib, the meat's not flavored like that. This is flavored. It's insane. Oh my gosh. Chef, you did it again. Thank you.
Thank you.